Weekend Hillbilly. I just hope to be able to give you guys a review of the Mudmixer machine that we used over the weekend, and give you a review on that. But the video was really poor, so what I think I'll do is I'll just give you a kind of a video, like really it's just a compilation of live videos or live. We started pouring concrete in June and finished up at Christmas. And so these pictures, some of them are a little bit dated, but maybe it's something to kind of look at and just kind of the process we went through. Like I've maybe said in some of the other videos, the back of the barn was a little bit higher than the front, so we chose to cut the back of the barn out. A lot of the first couple of pictures here you'll see where we've actually rented a mini skid steer. It's a Vermeer 925, I believe. If you've ever wondered, about the capability of one of these little ride-on mini skids, I'm here to tell you that those things are amazing for their size. It's amazing how much dirt you can move with one of these. Really pulled out a tremendous amount of work, or a tremendous amount of dirt, I should say. You can kind of see where we took the Bosch laser level, got it all leveled out. There's a huge mound of dirt that we pulled out of it, and so then we went back in with gravel and got everything packed in plate compactor, packed it down, and then put a layer of 57 3/4 inch crusher stone in, and got it ready to pour concrete. So we poured, I think it's approximately 14 pallets maybe or so of concrete, like I said, from June into December. So a lot of little, there's a couple little, time lapses. We've done a couple time lapses, and so I'm going to intersperse the time lapses throughout here so you can kind of see, how the machine works. You can see how quick we can feed it, I guess, in a way. You can just about feed this machine almost a bag a minute, 80-pound bag a minute. So the machine really lives up to what they say it'll do. You could easily pour probably a pallet of concrete in an hour if you really laid with it. I'll tell you this, the machine can work faster than I want to work. That's for sure. Even the three of us, using the machine, it's a good bit of work. So. I will say that any variation, I think, in the quality of the mixture or the quality of the concrete work, flat work, I guess this machine done, I would contribute it probably to the user error more so than the machine itself. If there's maybe a little problem that I see with the machine, and it's not really their problem, it's not a manufacturing problem. If Home Depot or anybody ever brings you concrete that's been damp or set up or been wet, it's got clumps in it, you're really probably gonna run into a problem. You never know. Maybe since I had the concrete delivered, they weren't as maybe discerning as to what they delivered as it would have been maybe if I would have went and picked it up or was there in person. So, some of the pallets of concrete I got were, as far as the quality delivered, it's a little questionable, right? I mean, you could tell right off looking at some of the bags that they were kind of discolored. And sure enough, you get into some of those bags and we had a lot of clumps. And caused a little bit of problems. You got to watch the machine and stay on top of it. The hopper, the hopper extension, I guess, is a good thing and a bad thing. It's bad when you get like 3 bags of concrete in it and you realize that somewhere along the way you got a big clump in the bottom there and you have to kind of dig it out. We found that the stakes for holding up the forms was really kind of handy. You could kind of poke around down, in the hopper and be able to, usually break up a clump or something like that, or get it pulled out. That worked really well. It's kind of funny that the last couple of pours that we done was, gosh, we had a cold snap in Georgia, and I bet I run probably $40 worth of diesel fuel through the salamander heater there, trying to keep everything warm, and definitely trying to make sure that nothing froze in the barn overnight, and big help running the heater. Of course, the dog had to slump test it there, and I think it made a couple of passes through it. Really kind of happy to put the finishing touches on it here. I put some timestamp information here. The last little bit, this knee wall that my wife and I poured. Gosh, I know, guys, we really should be wearing masks, but just, she didn't want to wear one, and of course I didn't have one, so, hopefully it won't, it's a very limited exposure there, so hopefully it won't cause a real problem. But I thought I'd just timestamp this. We started at about 11 o'clock, and just kind of worked through the first 10 or so bags, kind of working some of the bugs out of it. As I got started off, I hadn't run the machine probably for another 2 or 3 months, I guess. And, just kind of getting it dialed back in and ready to run. We run the first 10 bags through the machine in about 15 or 16 minutes. And it looks like, if you can kind of follow along with the counter up in the upper left-hand corner there, sure enough, we run about 10 bags in 15, 16 minutes. Probably if you took out the time that, it took for me to kind of fiddle with the machine a little bit and get it dialed in, and maybe some of the moving and whatnot, sure enough, it is right at a bag a minute. And, I think it lives up to everything the manufacturer says it is and it'll do. So very happy with it. Their customer service, is beyond. It's just amazing. Every little thing, or any little thing that I had pop up, and I didn't have many things pop up. A problem with the solenoid that kind of froze and swelled a little bit, and that was it. The rocker switch was on recall, and they sent one of those out right away. Really good group of people there. They stay on top of everything. They answer their emails, and can't say enough about that. It's communication's everything these days. Well, that's about all I got to show you. I really wished I had something a little better this week, but, I can't tell you how happy I am to kind of have this project pretty much wrapped up and behind us. Of course, there's another project on the way, and one after it and one after it. So, definitely stick around. We'd love to show you something else and something new. Probably planning a lean-to on the barn here over the summer. Probably a couple other projects we're going to have and be working on along the way. So, gosh, we'd love to have you for this ride. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. We'd sure like to have you follow us.